to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They're on 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Escaping the pressure right. A dump off to Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
On 3rd down, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal. Right there.
To throw, it's Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Second and 7 from the 20. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Love. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Elliott, a first step, breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Love looking to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. On play action, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
It's Cameron Dantzler who got him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Lance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
And returns it right back to Samuel.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Love. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Love now. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Love. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3rd and 2. Love with it. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first down, it's Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Love from the gun on third down. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And this one is right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Lance looking to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now a play fake. Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Lance now on first down.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A final shot before half for Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running.
And he coughed it up. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half. And that's a big giveaway. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Here's Mostert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off of play action, here's Lance. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Following the interception, Love. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and
decent field position and throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Throwing now is Lance. Got some room at the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story. From special teamer to postseason hero, all he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On play action. Love to throw. Steps away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, Love. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a 1st down.
1st down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Rolling to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lance. Buying time to his left. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Mostert. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd and 8.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 45 to the mic. Check 45 to the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here.
They'll run the toss to Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
It's the score. It's 28. Falcons 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Love now to pass on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Right back to Pitts again.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. Now he's flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays
to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And he works free. And a great move again. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big third down play there for the Niners.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On first down, Lance sliding out of the pocket. Give him a couple on the scramble in second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Second down and 8.
Go ahead. He's crazy. He's checking crowd.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, pick your game up. Strong left. I got one.
On third down, Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He'll buy some time right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw again on second down. Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and into the end zone. A pick six for a 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play there for Atlanta. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
This is Smith with a grab. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Love from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out, because the current formula is not working. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Lance now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Check.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Powering forward. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Off the play fake.
Elliott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go back to the air here after the iron, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Back near his goal line. Here's Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves,